True Life is incredibly nostalgic for me. In 2012, this particular episode aired, and I remember like it was yesterday, even though it was a decade ago. Where's time going? I have no idea. High school wrestling is like no other sport. Those who devote themselves to it often say a typical season falls somewhere in between torture and pure hell. Losing is not an option at Lake Stevens High. Great name for a high school, by the way. We're starting strong. There's somebody puking immediately as the show starts. You know we're in for a really good show.
Keep running.
Keep running, he says stop being a little bitch and keep running.
Well, you're sitting on your ass.
Shut up, bro. I'm gonna stomp on your head.
Do it.
Whoa, he said I'm gonna stomp on your head. He didn't say I'm gonna hit you with a single leg ankle picking.
Stomp on my head.
Imagine starving yourself for a week so you can make weight.
How much more do you have to cut?
Malnourished. You see his face? For God's sakes, get this kid some Neutrogena. He's cutting weight. He's not getting the right nourishment. You wonder why it's having. It's just exacerbating the acne is what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not shaming him. We all had that experience when we were young. I know a lot of you look at my skin and you go, Steve, how do you keep such a fresh looking skin? Even with the 5 o'clock shadow, we see the glistening, glowing effect. But in high school, I had pimples a little bit, bro. Come on.
When I'm walking through the hallways and people see me, I'm glad that they see me.
103 pounds. Come on. Small man. In 8th grade, I was 145 pounds, I want to say. That's it. There's no value in what I just said other than telling you that fact.
He might be the best wrestler in the state, but he also may be the least motivated. And right now, we don't even know if he's going to be eligible to wrestle.
At the beginning of the year, my good friend died of a drug overdose.
Oh, man.
Just couldn't take it.
I mean, listen, Washington is a very rainy state as well, so you're getting a lot of that sort of depressing external stimuli. On top of that, you're wrestling, you're depleting yourself, you're getting your joints manipulated and destroyed. I mean, you gotta worry about school on top of that, plus your fucking friend overdosed. Listen, there's a reason you don't see any 45-year-old wrestlers doing it, you know, actively, or, you know, it takes a young man to be effective at this art.
Pass in English, B out of history, pass chemistry. Nice work. So here's the deal. It's only good if you do it again next semester and graduate from high school.
But unfortunately, the celebration is short-lived.
I got suspended for 5 days, and then I got suspended for 2 matches.
Stephen Walkley, violation code, indecent exposure.
So would he show off his little peach? Oh no. Come on, man. Listen, you got away with it because you're 17. You get into your 20s to do that, you're doing some jail time.
I was doing a school run, and I had to pee. And I went pee, and like I just turned, and there was a girl sitting in her car that was parked, like, whatever.
You know, he's not living out in the woods.
Listen, Washington State might as well be a giant state that we just consider to be the woods. He had to piss, a girl was there, she had to complain about it and call up the turn your head, the kid has to piss, he's working out. Give the kid a break, you know what I mean? This is not fair.
This is a really big win for us.
Steven's back at school and he's ready to wrestle. It's a good thing because our next meet is tonight.
I lost 2 pounds of practice, so I was like 42 points.
Emaciated, these kids.
Gershmel was like a pound heavier than me, and he was supposed to make 40. And Barnes was like, can you make 40? And I was like, yeah, like I didn't know what to.
When you're already down to 142, he's asking you to lose another 2 pounds. That might as well be 100 pounds when you're that light. So really, really tough to pull off, especially last minute.
Dude, you run, do it.
He's running. You're doing nothing.
I can't.
I lost like 10 pounds today.
I'm brutal. I've lost 11 pounds in a day, so I know that pain. But I'm also a bit bigger, so man, pain for sure. These teachers can give 2 shits, right? They'll teach you to wrestle, but you better do the job, and you agree to it. That's part of the issue.
He just quit and he stopped. That's about being a man, and that's another life lesson. That's about integrity.
I'm not doing it.
That's about, you know, endangering your health, right? Because that's what's important. Mindset, you know what I mean? Mentality.
I'm dry as hell.
Do it for the team.
Do it for the team, this little guy. Instigator.
And I look over my shoulder and I see him, he's drinking Gatorade. He wasn't taking responsibility for his actions.
Are you a teammate or not? What is this?
Okay, he knew way earlier that he had to go to 140. If you would have told me today, maybe today, that I need to go to 140.
I told you.
Just because I'm 141.9.
10 minutes ago.
I could see his eyes welling, so I knew he understands this is important. After all we've done for you, all the work, trying to get you eligible, trying to support you, help you out with your classes.
You know what's nuts is these young kids build these close relationships with the teachers and the coaches, but it's all for this short period of time, right? And then you have all this long life ahead of you. And, you know, do you really stay connected with those people? I think it's pretty rare. So it's interesting, right? We see this little kaleidoscoping view into this short period of time where people really care about each other, but then it is so short-lived, all right?
He's in here working his ass off for the team. Walkley's in there drinking.
Uh-oh, big coach man's coming back in and he's gonna be pissed off.
I asked you for, Steve, we're not talking about here. That's what I asked you for. It has nothing to do with Kirschville. I said, hey, Steven, can you help us out? Right over there.
He couldn't do it because he didn't want to have to sacrifice for somebody other than himself.
And I like how the coach is holding him accountable, although I hate weight cutting and these extreme versions of it when you're young is not good. At the same time, accountability is gonna be a tool that he can carry on and a character trait that he can carry on later into his life.
What do you do when somebody doesn't do a favor for you, when you ask him?
Smack the shit out of him, the horrible coach.
Shut up, bro. I'm gonna stomp on your head.
Do it. Stomp on my head.
Don't make me do it, dude.
Bro.
You're being stupid.
Hey, Steve, you're being ridiculous.
Don't be stupid, bro.
Look at what you're doing.
You have everyone against you, and you're making yourself look stupid.
You want one too, bro?
Do it.
If they keep saying stuff, I'll hit them.
All right, well, you're a bad person in that case. I don't agree with his behavior, but he's showing these kids, you don't disrespect me. I'll step on your head. He's gonna get kicked off the team.
Hey, Ryan. I'm socking you one, bro. Go for it. I'm a little dysfunctional. You're being dumb.
What bothers me about Steven is he's kind of like proud of the fact that he's acting like a piece of shit. And he's using his experiences and hardships in life to sort of excuse his negative behavior. Again, this is a kid we're talking about here, right? So I'm not trying to judge him.
I'm not sitting down. Sit down. Get off of me. Steven, go sit down, man. Go down. Look how stupid you're making yourself look. Steven, get down.
He don't want nothing to do with the black sweater. He's picking on people he knows he can get away with it with.
Steve, you're being ridiculous.
If Gersh can't make that weight, then we have no one to wrestle at 140, meaning we forfeit that match.
Yo, Gersh is still running. My man Gersh ran from the school to wherever they're wrestling in that same sweatsuit, and he hasn't even stopped running. Look at him, look at him, look at him. He's still running, different rooms, various rooms.
Gersh kind of took over and
Yikes.
just fucked up. And
Steven's like, Coach, I'll sock you. When we get off this bus, I'll sock you. He's like, first of all, I'm your coach, but also we're not on a bus. I'll sock you anyway, all right?
We do a lot of stuff for you. We really do. And some people say we're crazy and we're enabling, and they might be right. You got to start taking care of yourself. So remember that. If you're going to say you're going to do something, you do it.
Oh, Chuck Liddell on the door, landing the right hand against, I don't know who. Looks like Vernon Tiger White.
Coach let Steven wrestle at his usual weight class.
Look at Steven with that lovely ankle pick of life. Oh my God, he hits almost a modified Uchimata, but he didn't really hike the leg up, you know what I'm saying? Beautiful work using the wizard there. Listen, we go over a lot of grappling on my Patreon, right? So you can check that out. That's in the link comment below. Tier 2 and up gives you that access that you want to exclusive content. It's a phenomenal way to support the channel. Let's get back into it.
The real hero of the night is Gersh.
Gersh Mill boy, Gersh Mill boy.
He pins his opponent in the second round, which is just awesome.
Excellent work by Gersh.
And we beat Arlington by 33 points.
Wrestling known for having the worst sportsmanship of all time.
we still lack a little tiny bit, don't we? Hurts when I drive it back.
I'm getting PTSD flashbacks right now.
My ACL is either torn all the way, and if it's torn all the way, then I can put a knee brace on and finish the season. But then I'll have to get surgery, and it'll take 9 months to recover from that before I can get back on the mat again.
Hey, so listen, the doctor finally called, and as he expected, your ACL's torn all the way through.
Oh, gosh. So I tore my ACL when I was 16 years old, so I can really relate to this kid. I actually never got it repaired. It's still obliterated. There's nothing left in the knee. And then I tore my second ACL on my other leg a year later, 2 years later maybe, and it's still torn as well. So 2 torn ACLs, never got surgery on it. And listen, there's repercussions to that. You lose a little bit of that spryness in your legs and ability to rotate and things of that nature. I don't know if this kid's gonna go through with surgery. It's not a bad idea. I just hate surgeries if I can avoid it, right? So stressful.
It's just disappointing.
I feel your pain. There's nothing you can do about it, like you just said.
Put a lot into our kids, and what do you do?
He has a good dad, man. Let me tell you something. I have a lot of respect for this man. You could tell how much he cares about his son, you know?
Today's my first match with the knee brace, and I'm excited to see how it goes.
You got this, brother. Let's go, let's go. We're getting that W. With one leg, we're getting that W. He's gonna fight smarter. He's gonna use his intelligence. He's gonna match eye level. He's gonna have a good down block arm. Pummels in the underhook. Awesome job. Pins his opponent. Excellent job.
Yeah, do I have 1 or 2 matches today?
Clear it. Clear and hit.
Excellent snap down. Heavy on the head. Another pin? Man, you gotta respect the man. He doesn't have an ACL. That's hard. Those moments where you gotta build up. Excellent job.
What's going on with my knee that I should still try to push through and finish the season just so I can score some points for the team.
Runs through him. That's what we mean when we say run your feet. See how he ran through his opponent? Excellent job.
If you work hard at anything, you can do whatever you want. There's pretty much no limits.
First place, baby, and that's the best feeling in the world. You know what's also a great feeling? When you guys leave a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Segway King. Oh, excellent job following the hips.
Eric is doing the unthinkable at the district tournament. Jesse's on a winning streak of his own, dominating in his first 3 matches. Now Jesse is 1 win away from a district
Good
title.
work, Jesse. Jesse's struggling here. Oh, the worst. When you go double overhooks and you try to hit that throw and the guy just lands mounted on you. Worst thing in the world. You really got to get your hips underneath your opponent's hips before you bridge an arch, but happens. For f***'s sake, man. He knocked himself out. Wow. Wow. So as he went to bridge with the double overhooks, the back of his head hit the mat. He'll be all right. Call 911. He's gonna wake up. He just knocked himself out. People knock themselves out on takedowns all the time. Obviously, this is Debbie, Jesse's mom. You don't ever want to see your kid get knocked out, right? Especially if he knocks himself out. Most notably, broke my heart to see this. Mark Kerr in Pride FC hit the double, drove through, lifted, slammed, knocked himself out. These things happen. Look at the back of his head. Oh, shit. Eyes are open. Let's go. Let's go.
Can you feel that, Jesse? Which toe am I touching?
The big toe on the right foot.
Good.
Let's go. He's not paralyzed, baby. He's gonna have a concussion and probably mood swings and a little bit of depression because of the concussion, but he'll be all right.
It's just been hard because just feeling depressed.
As I've said before, when you have moments where you hit your head, it happens in boxing. I would come back from sparring in my teen years and have great sparring days and be miserable, depressed, moody. And I didn't realize it's because I'm getting my head wrangled every single day in the boxing gym. You know, these are things you got to consider when you're young. You don't think about when you're young. But this kid is dealing with that depression that I just talked about.
There's really nothing to worry about. There's nothing to worry about.
That's not what it is. It's his brain.
Sometimes
Literally, physically his brain.
That shot is really hard.
Hey, turn the lights on. It's getting weird. Turn the lights on, please.
Wow, this is amazing. 17,000 people and the best wrestlers in Washington State. Each time you win, you score points for your team. The team with the most points goes home with the trophy.
Stay right there!
Beautiful work. See, these are one of the movements or positions you see in wrestling where you're trying to get your pin, but it wouldn't translate to an actual fight, right? Or to an actual, even a grappling match, because you're giving your opponent your back. So if he can snake his knee out, he can throw his left leg over the top, he can start to take your back, go for strangles. It's just interesting how wrestling still has movements in it that don't really translate to actual submission wrestling or mixed martial arts. Beautiful cradle there. Excellent job. And you can see Jesse's no joke. He knows what he's doing. I mean, this is a kid who knows that at the cradle, you need the crook of your elbow on the crook of their knee. Oh, Iranian, beautiful. Funk rolls out.
Run your hips, bump him.
Ah, mother.
Head, you're shot.
These are the best of the best, these kids. These kids can wrestle. Armbar.
Eric loses his chance of becoming an individual state champion.
Oh, never mind. I thought he was pinned. Okay, he lost 8-3. Hey, man. You gotta have short-term memory when it comes to competing. You gotta put it behind you, and you gotta just act as if it never happened. The loss. I mean, let's go. So coming back from a loss, he manages to win 3 matches in a row. You know how tough that is mentally to do that as a competitor?
While Eric contributes valuable points for our team, we need Jack, one of our most talented wrestlers, to step up.
Never heard of Jack. Why are they just putting Jack on now? Let's go, Jack.
Hey, double lift. Get him, Sid!
Beautiful work. That seems like their go-to there when they get to... Oh, shit. These kids are good. Pissed off. Motherfucker. That was a close match, man.
Jesse's having a great state tournament, and he needs to win one more match to make it to the finals.
Come on.
Swim! Jesse, swim it! To your left!
Granby King, baby. They call him the Granby King out here. Beautiful. He's going to his signature pin.
Hold him right there! Hold him right there!
You can bridge all you want, buddy.
Hold him right there! Hold him right there!
He gave up. You see his face? His opponent's face? Excellent job. Attacking the quadrants, man. You can't not root for this young man. Incredibly talented. Jesse wins 9-4 and advances to the state finals. Come on, you know, a few weeks ago, my man had landed on his head. He was crying, depressed.
The tournament now comes down to 2 guys, Jesse and Steven. They basically carry our hopes for a state title.
Let's go, man. We need this. We need this. I have a good feeling about it.
Get it, Jess!
Funky, getting funky. Oh, that was nice. Through the arm bar. See, fakes one way, circles the front headlock, and as you follow him with your hips, he throws your head the other way, gains back exposure. His opponent's really good, but not good enough. Oh, goddamn. There we go. We're getting points on the board. Laces the ankles. Jesse loses. Damn.
That was great.
She's like, as long as he didn't knock himself out. That was great.
All our hopes now ride on the last match of the tournament.
Again!
Let's go. You can't fuck with Steven. Excellent. Beautiful job. His drive is great. Man, he gets down on those ankles fucking fast, man. He's next level, Steven. That's the way it is. Wrestling is a really tough sport, and I have a ton of respect for these young men. Congratulations. They need to do a follow-up with these young men. I'd love to see where they're at now. Strangle Gang, check me out on Twitter and Instagram. And if you want to watch any other episodes of any of the shows that I cover, click one of the playlists that are about to pop up now.